Video 2 coming at you. If you remember the video from last week, I showed you how to find your calorie goal and your protein goal by yourself, by hand, depending on where you are right now and where you want to go. So today I'm going to show you this app called MyFitnessPal. It's going to do this in 5 minutes for you. Makes it super easy, and you can find your total calorie goal, protein goal, carbohydrate goal, and fat goal. So we're just going to focus on the calorie goal and protein goal today, but make sure you follow along. MyFitnessPal, you're going to get this quiz that comes up. You can really just click through this. We're going to go ahead and customize our goals manually. So if you want to, you can go through and do this, but it doesn't really matter. Your phone, I'm going to walk you through this. So your starting weight, go ahead, put that as your weight right now. Current weight can be the same thing. So I'm just going to make some different examples here. 200. Go ahead, put in your goal weight, whatever that may be, whether it's to gain weight or lose weight. Weekly goal, it ranges from lose 2 pounds per week up to gain 1 pound per week, or the maintenance in the middle. You can go ahead, choose whichever one. Here, go ahead and change this if you're pretty active during the day. Now what it's going to change is when you get into the more active levels, it's gonna assign you more calories to eat during the day because it thinks you're burning more calories. So it's saying that you need to eat more. So go ahead. Most you can probably put just active is fine. Now looking at this tab here, customize your goals. So this is what it's assigning me. We learned last week, we can go ahead and change this manually to what we want, but that's the recommended. So I'll just go ahead and leave that. As well for our carbohydrates, proteins, fat. So remember, 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. Right now it's at 178, and I have my weight at 200. So we need to go ahead and change that, bump the protein percentage up, as you can see on my phone here. So what I like to do is just go 50% carbs, 25% protein, 25% fat is a good rule of thumb. You're gonna have your diary and your weight, so you can go ahead, track your weight every day, like that, and put it through there. In your diary tab, this is where you have the power, okay? So you can go and input different things. So say for breakfast, you add an egg. So you go to add food, type in egg, say 2 large eggs. In this tab, you can change the serving size. In this tab, you can change the number of servings. So say you have 2 eggs. Those are 2 eggs. It tells you the calories, carbs, fats, and protein with that food. When you log it, it's going to be put under whatever tab you put it in, breakfast, lunch, dinner, or snacks. If you have a hot dog, you can go to lunch, hot dog with bun. You have that for lunch. They have all different options here. Usually these verified ones are a pretty good bet. So clicking on that. Serving size, 1 dog, 1 of them, go ahead, add that. So as you can see throughout the day, you can track what you're eating, and it's gonna subtract it off your calorie goal up here and tell you how much you have left. Thing to the side, scroll, it's gonna tell you your calories, carbs, fat, protein, sodium, sugars for each meal. Okay, you go all the way down, it has your totals for the day versus your goals, it tells you how much you have left for each macronutrient and your calories. Also, it has that same information over in the nutrition tab. So you go to there, it has your breakdown of calories between meals, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. Also your nutrient breakdown of your total versus your goal. Okay, last thing I'm gonna show here, in the More tab, go over, scroll down to my meals, recipes, and foods. This is the cool part of the whole thing. So in your recipes here, say you're eating the same food or same kinds of foods very often. So for example, I have a shake every night, that's the same exact thing. So you can save that group of foods under the same recipe and add it to your diary from there. So that way you don't have to add each individual food to your diary every day. So for example, to create a recipe, I'm just gonna show you this one, editing my shake. So it's strawberries, creatine, blueberries, milk, and protein powder. And I have that saved as a recipe so I can go and add it in every night. So save and log it. I'm gonna put that under my snacks tab, and there it goes under my snacks. As you can see here, I have lots of recipes from all the meal prep I've done over the last 2 or 3 years, okay? So to create your own recipe, you can go here, enter ingredients manually, name it, say recipe 1. I do serves 1. From there you can add different ingredients. So say you're putting in flour, look up flour, and it's gonna be in there from 1 tablespoon, change the serving size, change how much is in each serving. Very often, go ahead, make it a recipe, and it's gonna make it that much easier to input it in, okay? Now for an example, for me, I prepped some shrimp spaghetti and I meal prepped some rice bowls. So for lunch every day, I've had this ground chicken rice bowl, added in for my lunch there, go down to dinner, and I've been eating that shrimp and tomato spaghetti. So there ahead, I inputted it. For breakfast this morning, I had a bagel, so go ahead, I'm gonna input bagel there. After I input all that, the things that I'm pretty much eating throughout the week, so same breakfast, same lunch, same dinner, and the snack, I'm gonna have about 1,000 calories to play with. If I turn to the side here, I can see how close I am to my protein goal and my calorie goal. So there under totals, 152 grams of protein. So I still got about 50 to 70 grams of protein to go, and I got about 1,000 calories. So there's different ways I can get that in through, you know, maybe I have some eggs for breakfast or some Greek yogurt. Over how you can hit these different goals, different foods you can do, and my entire process of finding the recipes each week that I'm gonna make, actually getting the groceries and cooking the food too. And that entire process, as long as it may seem, only takes me about 2.5 to 3 hours. So it sets me up with success for the week because I have 10 ready to make, throw in the microwave meals for the week. Really easy for me to do it. And if that interests you, make sure you tune in next week for that video.